Thanks for joining us on this first Saturday of the new year. It was a rather warm one as we topped out at 79 at Baton Rouge Metro. Not enough to set a new record high, but still warm enough to say that the normal high is 62. Even our morning low, 68, that was warmer than the normal high, but we get a little bit of relief from that come tomorrow. But first, let's once again talk about the super moon. This is the wolf moon, and this is our first full moon and super moon of the new year. All you have to do is look toward the northeast sky to see the moon right now. We can see that on our Sky 9 camera. Here it is, looking at it from the Our Lady of the Lake near the Children's Hospital as well. Towards the northeast, the sky is clear, so that is great weather for sky gazers to view this beautiful bright moon out there. What about our temperatures? Well, it is getting a little chilly out there. We went from 79, now we're down to 58 degrees, so the cooler air finally pushing its way south, and we're starting to see more greens on the map and fewer 70s. We're at 58 in Baton Rouge, 10 degrees warmer than that in Gonzales, but eventually your temperatures will be diving as well. You'll notice along the north of the interstate, we're dealing with more 50s on the map, and that northerly wind, that's going to remain a little bit breezy over the next few hours. We've got sustained winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, a few gusts nearing 30 in some locations, but not terribly windy like it was yesterday. So as I mentioned, this is that indication of that cooler air pushing southward into South Louisiana and South Mississippi. Could see a few clouds later on tonight into the morning hours, but it's going to be a relatively sunny Sunday. As you're heading out in the morning, it's going to be chilly. We'll be dipping down at least into the 40s across the area, but high pressure is going to keep any rain away from us. The wind gradually becoming more northeasterly as we go into the afternoon, but it's going to be a nice and sunny and cool day. So temperatures for your Sunday planner starting out in the 40s, then we're rising up at least into the low to mid 60s. And with all the sunshine, it's going to be looking and feeling great out there, especially if you're heading to Denham Springs. Donaldsonville, excuse me. That's where they're having the Cruel DeVille parade for tomorrow afternoon. That kicks off at 2 o'clock. This is the first Mardi Gras parade of the season, and the weather couldn't be better. Sunny with temperatures in the lows to mid 60s. So we're not expecting any type of turbulent weather, and at least you may need a light jacket at best, but the weather shouldn't be causing any problems or delays for the parade or any type of outdoor activities that you're having for the second half of your weekend. What are we looking at for the next 7 days? Well, a bit of a warming trend, folks. We're going to be back in the 70s at least by Monday, likely nearing 80 degrees, possibly as early as Tuesday across the Baton Rouge area. But you notice temperatures making another dive as we go into next weekend. That's because we're going to have another cold front pushing through. But before that, we've got warm spring-like temperatures. We got rain chances reintroducing on Thursday, maybe a few thunderstorms ahead of that front on Friday. We'll have to watch out and monitor that. But after that front pushes through Friday, a few showers may linger into next weekend, but the temperatures will be dropping a good 10 to 20 degrees. So we'll be looking at highs back in the 60s by next Saturday. So if you like the shorts and flip-flop weather, you've got at least another, let's say, 6 more days of that before we get a somewhat longer cool down starting next weekend.